Ladies and gentlemen, now please put your hands together to welcome the author of Will AI Dictate the Future, Dr. Anton Ravindran.
Good afternoon, everyone. Distinguished guests, friends, and family. Firstly, many thanks for taking time to be here today. Also, thanks to all who are attending virtually. I have, prior to the lifting of the COVID-19 restrictions, hence the limited space for physical attendance. But in today's world, that everything is hybrid, and probably soon we'll be on metaverse. Nevertheless, let me thank SM Dr. Janil for his message and pertinent points relating to AI. Unfortunately, he couldn't be here with us today due to an important G2G meeting overseas. Also, many thanks to dear friend, Professor Stephen Martin, for taking time to be here today and for your kind words, as always. To say writing a book requires some sacrifices is a cliche, particularly when written in less than 10 months, which made it doubly taxing. But I'm happy that it all turned out well, and the publisher, Marshall Cavendish, has even received requests to translate into several other languages, and they're here today. I'm also happy that this effort is for a good cause. The motivation to write on AI was formed because it is all around us today, and there is raging debate and discourse about it. But also, COVID boredom and being grounded also added to this as well. There are many technical books on AI. However, the objective of this book for business leaders and the general public, as many still find AI somewhat intimidating due to a lack of understanding. This book aims to create awareness of AI and its impact on business and society. It hopes to be more palatable for business executives and the public. The credit goes to all those who made this possible, especially to my colleagues at work, past and present, peers in the industry who encouraged me to write this book. I must also thank my wife, Mala, else would not be following the common practice in conventional book launch speeches. On the book, it broadly covers AI's impact in key industries. The book also has 5 guest chapters from 6 leading professionals and academics whom I have had the opportunity and pleasure in associating with them for many years. To that end, I'm grateful to Professor Andy, who should be joining us via video link shortly, Professor Liz as well, and Professor Wenke, Dr. To, but last not the least, MP Sean. Also thanks to Vincent Wong for co-authoring a chapter on AI and mobility. Let me say a few words about AI, though SMS has already spoken comprehensively. As we all know, the AI that is all around us today is known as ANI, or artificial narrow intelligence. It is safe to say that this is the only type of AI that we have achieved so far. Autonomous vehicles, facial recognition, speech recognition, drones, robots, personal assistants form part of it, among a slew of others. Yet, AI is considered weak or narrow because it operates in controlled environments and is unable to replicate human intelligence, although it is able to simulate human behavior and even perform better than us, better than humans. One of the advanced areas of AI today is deep learning, where the computer is able to teach itself. Google's DeepMind teaches itself to play Go and chess games, as we know, and has beaten human champions, as we all know again. This book focuses on ANI, artificial narrow intelligence, and the panel session will address it. I may add that, as we all know, particularly my colleagues from computing industry, the shelf life of technology is only about 18 months. So I better say a few words. What the future holds for AI, or the next generation of AI known as AGI. I seek your indulgence and patience for another 2 minutes. AGI is a term used for AI that can learn any intellectual task that a human being can. We have seen plenty of success recently in solving a huge range of problems on ANI, but these models have limited and specific abilities only. In short, ANI, that's what it exists today, is trained for one task, is of little use for another. Just about a week ago, DeepMind released what it calls a generalist AI called Gato. Unlike ANI, what we have today around us, Gato can play Atari games, write poetry, speak to others, among 600 other activities, among 600 other tasks, unlike ANI. There is ongoing debate about what is AGI, how we will know if and when AGI has been reached, has arrived. Is Gato the AGI, the first generation? That debate is still ongoing. Various tests have been proposed that would grant an AI the status of AGI, although there is no universally accepted definition yet. Alan Turing famously suggested that an AI should have to pass as human in a text conversation, while Steve Wozniak, co-founder of Apple, said that he will consider AGI to be real if it can enter this room and figure out how to make a cup of coffee for all of us. So what is needed to achieve AGI? Will we see AGI in our lifetime? Creating AGI is, I think, the most interesting, profound, and challenging technical endeavor in human history. According to Dr. Nando, a leading researcher from Google's DeepMind, humanity is apparently on the verge of developing AGI within our lifetime, and an AI that can learn with some semblance of awareness. Some argue that it is unlikely that we can create AGI from binary systems on which we have been depending for all of our computing since the advent of computing. However, good news is there is progress on this front as well. With the ongoing advances in quantum computing, neuromorphic computing, and transformers, among others, the AI community is optimistic in making progress beyond today's ANI. So, it is not an issue whether we will ever see AGI, but more of when. This means the businesses, governments, and societies have to begin to rethink coexistence with machines that are intelligent like us. From an ethical point of view, do we want to develop a machine that has the intelligence of us, of humans? Some argue that today's ANI, which has helped humanity immensely, is also already distorting our reality in society with the spread of misinformation, false information, deep fake information on a scale that is unprecedented in human history and may damage the social fabric. I must add that AI is neither benevolent nor malevolent, but it may not be too far away from self-learning. AI, as of now, doesn't have creativity, doesn't have emotions, it is not malice, hence machine humility and machine morality are in the hands of those who develop AI machines. One pressing need is to ensure AI doesn't overpower mankind, but humanity instead becomes empowered. This requires foresight and commitment to developing far-sighted ethical frameworks and regulations to have responsible AI. It is in our hands, at least for now. On that note, sincere thanks to everyone for taking time to be part of this session. Thank you very much.